Good evening, beautiful people. We're back. It's real relevant right now. Episode 28, Dare to Dream. And today we're going to have the amazing, the gorgeous, and the beautiful Yasmin Jane on the show. And we're going to be talking about her music career, her new releases, and what it means to dream and how important it is for all of us, you know, to dream big, to live our dreams, to live the life of our dreams. So yeah, I'm really excited to have her on. I've known Yaz a little while. We met like maybe about four years ago. I think, well, we'll get to it anyway when she comes on, but I hope that everyone's okay. I can see Yaz is there. Just going to wait for a few more of you guys to join. But how is everybody this Sunday? It's been super cold today, actually. It's been bloody freezing. I went for a really nice walk earlier because I just needed to clear my head and be with nature. And yeah, I was absolutely freezing. I'm here and it may snow again. So yeah, don't know if I'm looking forward to that because it's not nice in London when it snows. It's like everywhere in the country, everyone's sledging and having fun, and it's not great for us. Oh, thank you, Corinne. Hey, Corinne. And hey, Matt. Hey, Yaz. I'm not sure who else is on, but hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well, and it's good to be back connecting with you guys. And like I said, we've got an amazing guest on the show tonight. I'm super excited actually. So yeah, I'm gonna get Yasmin in uno segundo. Here we go. Hey Michelle, hope you're okay, my lovely. Thank you for tuning in, guys. It always means so much, should I say?
Hello.
Yes. Hello, my gorgeous girl. How are you?
God. I've literally just managed to, you can't see it, but I've managed to cut my finger on a candle.
Why does this not surprise me? It's the Leo in you, baby girl.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, bless you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I just went like that, and then the whole thing just cut my finger, and I'm like, great. Is that like, you can see it now?
Oh my God. What do they usually say? Break a leg? No, just stab yourself in the thumb, yeah?
Exactly. Just cut your thumb.
Just cut your thumb, it'll be fine. Oh, hey guys, lovely to see everybody this evening. So as I said, this is episode 28, Dare to Dream. And we've got the beautiful Yasmin Jane joining us this afternoon, or this evening. So Yasmin Jane, how are you?
I'm good. I haven't cut my finger.
Yeah. You're looking gorgeous. Let's see those teeth.
Thank you. So are you.
I know you just said you whitened your teeth.
I don't think I
love
look
it.
very white. I whitened them and I was like...
No, you look beautiful, baby girl. But yeah, before we get into you and everything that you're about, I'm going to start with a little fire five. I always start with a fire five, where I just fire 5 questions at you, and you've literally got like half a second to answer them. You cannot think about it. I just want to know the first thing that comes to your brain.
Okay.
Are you ready?
You go.
Country life or city life?
Huh?
Country life or city life?
Oh, at the minute, city.
Love it. Soul music or dance music?
Dance.
Love it. Me time or party time?
Party.
Straight. I think we all need a party right now. We're all like overindulging in the me time at the moment, aren't we?
Like, get away.
I've had enough of me now. Love or money?
Oh, love. I was like, what?
And the last one, glitter or gold? Glitter. I was like, I think I'm going to go for glitter. Oh, I love it. Are you all right, my lovely? I can't believe it's the first time I've had anyone on that's actually injured themselves. Like...
There has to be one, doesn't there?
Oh, love your heart. So yes, obviously you're on the show today, and we're going to be talking about you. You're a singer-songwriter, your new releases and stuff. Yeah. But let's start off, like, have you always wanted to be a singer? Is it something that you've always dreamt about, or it is? Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Literally, like, I don't know, my mum always says, like, oh, before you could talk, you were, like, singing. And I was like, well, how they possible?
I love that.
But yeah, and then when I was 5, I was writing songs about blue bears. I didn't even have a toy that was like a blue bear, so I don't know where that came from. It's so
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember how the song went?
No.
No.
I wish I could. I wish I found the lyrics, or I wish I could remember the like melody, but I just have no idea.
Oh, love your heart. So your first song was at the age of 5.
Yeah, about a blue bear.
Oh, I love that. And have you always been someone, obviously today's episode is called Dare to Dream. And I think sometimes we can live in a society where, I don't know, let me know your feelings on this, but I personally felt that along the way, you know, it's almost like when you have these big dreams that may be really far away from kind of what the rest of society is doing, it's almost like people try and expect you to limit those dreams and not dream big. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've always been one to put these crazy dreams out there, and it's like I've had so many people being like, no, Kirsty, you can't do that. And I'm like, watch me. Like, that's always been my energy. How have you been when it comes to like dreaming big and doing what you believe in, or believing in yourself?
Yeah, I think I've always wanted to, I didn't really know, like I've always dreamt, and like people have just been like, oh, you know, like you're good but you're not, I don't know, you're not good enough or something like that. And I was just like, like people always used to say to me that they really liked my tone, and then that was all that, and then from that, but it was like, okay, so what does that mean? And then I just like worked really hard. To be honest, I worked really, really hard on my voice. And then everyone's waving. Hi.
I know, I'm just saying hello to everybody. Love you, hoes. Sending you big cuddles, and just thank you so much for everyone joining us. For anyone that is just joining, as I just said, this is Real Relevant right now. We've got Yasmin Jane with us, and we're just talking about dreams. So your dream for you has been singing, right?
Yeah. Always.
And that's been something that you've like worked on super hard. Like you say, you also just said actually that some people have said you're not good enough. Is that like you as your voice as an artist?
Like people, I think before, like, well, I don't think I was good enough. Like when I was younger, I don't think I was good enough.
Really? Like that was a personal judgment?
Yeah, I don't think I was. Like I wasn't, because I didn't train my voice. I didn't really know what I was doing. I had the tone that people liked, but then other than that, I didn't know breathing. I didn't know like control. I didn't know how to project my voice. Didn't know anything. And like when people say like it takes years, it does take years. It's not something that, and that's the thing, isn't it? Like everyone's like, oh, it's just something you're kind of born with. But I think if you don't work with it, then it's not. It's the same as like Michael Jackson was saying, like he doesn't practice enough, whereas he practiced every single day and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just...
Yeah, and I think it's like something that's really unique to you, I suppose, because then like you just said that with Michael Jackson, but then you've like got Adele who's like, yeah, I never warm up, I just sing. And you're like,
but she does.
I wish I could do that.
But she does. She has a vocal coach, and she does.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually like a bad thing as well, though, is when people say like, oh, I don't do anything, and it's like, but you actually do, because I know you do, because I know that you've got a vocal coach, and I know that you, like, it's weird, and I don't know why, I don't know who's saying that, or why kind of people are saying to do that, because then it makes people feel like they're never going to achieve it, because it's like something just you've got. But if you work hard enough at anything, yeah, but I honestly believe like if you work hard enough at anything, you can
achieve your dreams. Because that was my next question. It was, you know, you've obviously made your main dream into reality. Yeah, it's like you're here, you're singing, you're releasing songs, your name is out there, so many people worldwide are listening to music, which we will get into in a minute. But it's kind of like, what was the process? I know you spoke a little bit about practicing and, you know, working really hard, but what has been like your driving force? You know, because as a singer as well, I've had many doors in my face. And, you know, if you take that door in your face, it's kind of like, it's tough to get back up and not give up on yourself or give up on your dream. Like, what has been your process in making this dream a reality? And I know that you're still on your journey, but you're soaring.
I'm still going. What I don't understand.
Sorry. So what has been your process when it comes to actually making your dream a reality? what have you continued to do? Like, if people have said, you know, this is crap, or yeah, no, you're not going to get this, no, we don't want to work with you, like, how have you pushed through and overcome those kind of factors to keep your dream alive?
To be honest, I've just said, like, I've just said to myself, like, you can do it, and you know you can do it, and like believe in yourself and just keep believing in yourself. But it wasn't until like when I think we're going to go into it anyway, so I don't want to like go in. I'm going to
just go, girl.
Say
whatever it is, baby girl.
It's all right. Order.
No, it's fine. Honestly, just free flow.
Okay. Like when I was 15, obviously, I was like really badly bullied and everything like that, and I was very lost in the world, and I like had to kind of rebuild my whole entire world as such. Like,
yeah.
I won't go into like depth about it, but it was like pretty horrendous, and I had to like move schools and stuff like that. And
I'm super sorry that you went through that. Kids can be so freaking awful.
Yeah, but
you know.
But from that, I found music, and that was. I think before I always felt like something was missing. I didn't really understand it, and I think I used to play up at school because it was like I didn't really know what my kind of purpose was, what anything, like, it's a weird one to say, like, I didn't understand. The more like I've learned about energy and stuff, I wish that was something that was taught at school, because I think it really helped me like massively and made me just like understand myself and understand other people as well. And it's like, yeah. And I think I've kind of, I don't know, like, to be honest, Tile Yard is where I really, really found myself, and I found people that understood me and go, yeah, it's true.
I love that. And that's where we met.
Yeah. I remember when we first met, and you were like, you're a Leo. I was like, how do you know that?
We were in the vinyl, weren't we? And you were just like, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, you're amazing. No, I do remember that, yeah. So I know you just briefly touched upon, and we're not going to go into major detail because I know it's like something really personal to you, but you were bullied as a child, and you know, for you, you felt like that was your kind of pinnacle point into moving you to music in that direction. Like, do you feel, if you could go back, is there anything that you would change if you look back on your childhood and like the traumatic times you went through?
So this is the thing, like, and it, you know, like, it's horrendous, like what happened and everything. And I always used to be like, what was the point of that happening? Why did that have to happen? What other people haven't experienced that? Like, you know, like I didn't even get like a prom, and like most people would be like, that's fine, but like to me, I just really, really wanted a prom.
Heartbroken.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get it. And I was just like, why? Like, why did that happen? What's the reason? Like, what is that reason? And now I look at it and I'm just like, if I hadn't experienced that, I wouldn't be able, like, music like saved me. I know that sounds like cliche, like, oh, music saved me, but honestly it like really, really saved me. Like, I was in a very, very, very dark place, like, yeah. And
that makes my heart so sad.
Yeah.
And do you know what I think though? It's so commendable of you, and this is why, like, I just think you're such a beautiful, bright, shining soul, because it's like you really turned your pain into power. And now you're sat here with your gorgeous face, your gorgeous energy, those beautiful white teeth, and you're putting your love out into this world, you know, and you've really turned like something, like you say, it was a really dark part of your life that you've managed to, you know, kind of work through the healing process of it and then put it out into your music and through your music, which is a massive thing to do, Yas. And I think like you really need to give yourself like a huge pat on the back, because that's tough for anybody to go through, you know. And it's not even something that I can say that I can relate to, because I've never been in that situation, but it's like my heart empathizes with you, because I think when we're all children, we're vulnerable, and I think when people are putting you in a box and making you out to be like something that you're not, and you know, when you're a kid, everything's multiplied, isn't it? You think that you break up with a boyfriend, you think your life's over. So you know, it's really tough and it's really traumatic on your soul. And the fact that you've been able to kind of, it's almost like you've been a diamond in the rough, you know, and now you're coming out and all of your faces are like shining, and you know, you're starting to be this beautiful molded, really gorgeous, colorful diamond. And I just think that whole journey that you've been on is super commendable, and that's why I always feel like sometimes we have to look back on our past and just reflect and talk about it, because we don't always kind of look back and say, Jesus, I came from all the way back there and here I am today, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, and it's only, to be honest, it's only like really recently that I've been like, okay, this is why this had to happen, and this is like, if it hadn't have happened, I know, like, if it hadn't have happened, I would just be constantly questioning, like, what is life? Like, what am I doing? Nothing makes sense. Like, and yeah, and I just know, I know now, like, what happened is that's the only way I can, that I am where I am. I'm falling off my chair, sorry.
Okay, yes, please. I don't want any more accidents. You've cut your thumb. I do not want you to fall off the chair. I don't want you to hurt yourself. It's just Sunday night. We don't need any drama. I love you, but that's your energy as well. Like, you've got such a
crazy.
Yeah. Not even crazy, but I just think you're such a unique, beautiful, bouncing ray of light. And
I love you, literally.
I love you more. And I just think it's beautiful to just kind of celebrate and shine our light and be uniquely ourselves. You know, I think that's what really makes you who you are, and especially with your music and stuff. And just going back to kind of that whole situation when you were bullied and when you were a young child, that you, as you said, that was your catalyst into kind of flinging you into music, which is amazing. But what do you think that experience like taught you about yourself? What's like one of the main lessons that you feel you've taken away from that whole experience and turning that pain into power?
I think it showed me that, like, if you believe, you have to believe in yourself, like, and you can do anything. You just have to, like, I know it sounds so cliche, doesn't it? Like, believe in yourself and you can do it. But I honestly, like, I strongly do believe in that. And I, like, if you really, really believe in something and you really can, you know, like, you really can see it and you see yourself doing it, then all you have to do is, like, keep pushing, and you can do it, and you can, like, I don't know.
No, and I completely get what you're saying, and I know what you mean when it's like cliche. People say, "Oh, believe in yourself," but I think it's something that we really need to emphasize, because I don't know about you, but for me, growing up, it's like I'd have all these ideas and I'd be like, I'm going to do this, and in my brain, like, even now, like, I really believe that I'm going to do certain things. And people sometimes look at me and go, Kirsty, don't be stupid. And it's kind of like having a response to something like that can be so damaging.
But doesn't that make what's her name? Go on. Doesn't that make you just want to do it more? Like, when someone just can't do it, I'm like, watch me then.
Watch me.
I'm doing
literally. I think it's so true. For me, it's definitely a fuel. It's like a fuel for me to be like, cool, I'm going to prove you wrong even more. Like, you know, I'm going to do this because I believe in me. I don't actually care if you guys don't. And I think it's really, that's a real great life skill to have, especially in our industry when we're singer-songwriters. We want to, you know, we're in the entertainment industry and stuff, because you're going to get a lot of people giving a lot of opinions. And you don't want to lose yourself and filter yourself and become this diluted version of yourself because so-and-so says this and so-and-so says that. You've really got to kind of protect and deflect in a way, haven't you? Like, how have you found that? Like, where did you find that self-belief? Because I think that's something that a lot of people, I know they've said to me, like, but I find it hard to believe in myself, and it's hard for me to put into words. But I can only say that I just, from a young age, I've always, whatever I feel is right in my gut is right. Even if at the moment it's wrong, it's turned out to be right. So I just roll with that. Like, how do you feel, like, when it comes to believing in you?
I honestly, like, that's a really good one. I don't know. Like, I think I can be, like, pushed and pushed and pushed, and I'll be like, I'll believe, like, I'm not good enough or something. But then something in me is like, nah. Like, I can get really, really, really down and be like, right, okay, it's not going to happen. And then something in me will just be like, no, what you want about? Like, that's the same thing as, like, I wrote Broken Glass, which was my first cut with Ninja Tune, and that's the one that got on Love Is Blind.
Amazing.
I myself.
Oh my gosh, right, you have to sit still and don't move. Sorry guys, for anyone that's just joining us. Okay, that's 3 though. Everything comes in 3s.
True, right, enough now.
Cool, it's done. The energy's gone. She's fine.
I can't cope with myself, right. I don't know what I'm saying.
You were talking about believing in yourself and where it comes from.
I think so, like Broken Glass, because I was literally like, I was just writing a song and I was just trying to, everyone's laughing at me. I can't even think, right? No, yeah, so Broken Glass, I was just like 3 a.m, just felt so lost again, and I just felt I was kind of being something I wasn't. I didn't really understand what I was doing. I was like trying to like get a song like into like music. I was trying to get a song cut and just trying to do something, but I just felt like I was kind of being put in this box, and I didn't really understand like who I even was or what I was even doing. I was just like, I'm just trying to write and
figure it out, like
figure it out.
Give me some space. Just let me be me.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how Broken Glass came about, and that was why I was just like, like everything just felt like it was caving in, and I just felt I wasn't good enough, and and then from that it just was like, no, you are good enough, like stop this now. Because but don't get me wrong, I go spiraling and then I just come back out, and I don't know what it is that makes me be like enough, but something just says to me, it's the same as people though. They can push and push and push and push, and then one time it's like, no, push me too far now. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, and then I think people are like, what's happened there? Like, I've pushed her so much, and then suddenly she's saying like enough is enough. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's like, where does it come from? I don't know.
No, I completely hear what you're saying, and it's almost like, for a start, we're human, so we're always going to dip in and out. And I think a really important thing that you said that is normalizing the dipping ins and out, especially in the current climate. It's like one day I'm like sobbing in my room, like I can't take this, I just want my friends. And the next day I'm like, hi guys, how are you? Still on top of the world. It's like literally like that. And I think it's just normalizing that, like, guys, it's normal to feel like that sometimes. Do you know what I mean? No. But I think it's really important, like you say, like when you are in that low kind of a vibe, to catch yourself. To not slip too far in it. And that's where you've really got to pull on like your willpower and listen to that voice of belief as opposed to that voice of self-doubt. It's almost like you've literally got to say, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm doing this, I'm not listening to you anymore. I gotta keep going. And I completely can relate to you with that. It can be really, really tough. But I think the one thing that I'm very, very grateful for, being a creative, being a singer-songwriter, which I feel like you can also really relate to, is that we like have an outlet where we can write stuff down, and I think that's super important, because when you've got all this going on in your head, like you say, when you're lost, it's like, how do you trudge through all what's going on in your mind to get out of it, Do you ever feel like sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what I'm feeling, and I'll write and I'm like, all right, that's how I'm feeling then. Like, it's so weird. It's like I can't make sense of my feelings, and I'm like, I don't really understand what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling, and then by the end of it I'm like, oh well, there we go, that's what it was. And I love that, because that's a beautiful process. That's you being so true to yourself, and also so true to your artistry, and just writing down how you feel. I think we used to call it free writing, if I remember. And I would just sometimes write, and in my head I'm thinking I'm writing a load of gibberish. Then when I look back, it's like, oh my God, like, cursed, this is clearly why you're pissed off today, or this is clearly why you're feeling like on top of the world, or this is clearly why you're feeling really emotional. And I think it's so important to put pen to paper, whether you're a singer, songwriter, whatever it is that you are, even if you're just a normal human being, just get your thoughts out of your mind and on paper, because it's super important to not junk up. I always say, like, don't get too junked up, because then I hate that feeling of being lost and feeling a bit in limbo. But then I also know that's part of the process in growth and in becoming who we are, and it's just something that we have to go through. But when it comes to you writing your music, do you always write from truth, or Yeah, is there a process to your songwriting?
So that's the thing, right? Like before, I just used to kind of just like write. I don't know if it's kind of not like hindering or like just getting me more in my head, because at the minute I'm just everything I'm feeling, that's me writing it. I'm just that's
Yeah.
me, like, it's what I'm going through, and that's kind of how I'm doing it. And I think I almost think it's putting more pressure on me though, because if I'm just not kind of like having fun with it or just creating a different story from it, like I used to do that. I used to be like just writing it from, I don't know, I watch like a telly, like something on telly, and it would trigger something. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write a song. But like at the minute, I don't know why, I'm just getting really in my head, and I feel like everything has to kind of relate and be what I'm feeling. I don't know why I've got into this place either. I'm trying to like understand why I've got there. Is
While
it
you're
something
there.
like, yeah, is it because I'm feeling, oh, it's maybe not as authentic if it's not personal, my personal experience? I don't know, like this weird, it's
It's
weird.
just kind of where you're at, which I think is beautiful though, because I think, I think that we can go through different phases of writing. Like I remember quite a lot of my stuff actually. Like what's that famous ANDDDD quote where she says, I'm an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit. Like that's me. Like when I write, my songs are my babies. They've come
Yeah,
from an experience or a place of sadness or maybe happiness or pain or loss. It's come, so it's kind of like it's a real, and somebody just wrote that here, writing is therapy. It's a therapeutic
I know.
way. Yeah, Dino. Hey, Dino. Yeah, but it's a real therapeutic way of you writing out, I suppose, those feelings. But then there's been times where I've written songs and maybe it's taken me 4 minutes and they've been signed within weeks,
Yeah.
but then my real heartfelt stuff is what I'm really wanting to put out there, but it's not being as successful. Have you found that, like, with your writing styles? Have you found that maybe, like, I don't know, writing more of the commercial and what the industry wants is what pops as opposed to the stuff that you're feeling? Or do you feel like you're still figuring that out?
If I'm being honest, like I really like, people will send me stuff and I just really don't like writing on my own. I just have a real thing. I don't know why. I just have a thing.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't like it. Like I wrote, and it's ironic because I wrote Broken Glass. There was another one, Girls Do It Better. I write songs on my own and they do well, and that's what's stupid. I don't know if it's like a thing of like, I think it's two things. I think it's like get so like kind of like, oh my god, I'm gonna spiral down and down and down if I like keep writing on my own, and I'm just gonna kind of like get a bit scared of what I'm gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna find, I guess sometimes.
Do you feel like your biggest critique is that,
Yeah.
like, a fear? Kind of, you could just keep trying to write it, keep trying to perfect it, keep going deeper because I don't think it's good. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Also that it's like I get a bit like too kind of lost in it, and too like, it's like the thing of like, if you know sometimes people, I know I do it, but I don't want to sometimes be like, how am I feeling, because I don't want to properly open up how I'm feeling, because then it's like, if I open that up, how am I going to get back to like be like, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you can get so, I don't know, like, and then you've lost
It's
yourself.
overwhelming.
It scares me.
Yeah, no, and I completely hear that, and I really do commend you, and just want to say, like, it's really brave for you to share that, because I think many people probably go through that, but they don't openly speak about it. And I think that it's almost like opening a can of worms, and the first step is opening the can of worms.
Yeah.
But then it's like, shit, there's like loads of worms coming up beside me, and I didn't know they were here. Like, oh fuck, now I've got to deal with this, and it can just become overwhelming. It's almost like I don't know if you've ever been to therapy or something like that. Like, it's a really great way, to deal with some of our emotions, is to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But then it's like your subconscious mind, while you're consciously talking about how you think you're feeling, it's like your subconscious mind all of a sudden brings up all the rest of these emotions that you're like, oh my God. And I get it. It's an overwhelming. Yeah, it's like, I can't do it. So are you saying, like, if that happens, sometimes you're just like, shut down, I can't do this anymore?
Yeah, and that's why I feel, and I also feel just like writing with other people, it also helps me. I just much prefer, I don't know why, I just much prefer, I feel like other ideas just come and like some, I don't know, like even when they're just another person's there and I'm just throwing ideas, even if this just like, they're just listening, I'm like, ideas
It
come
helps you
better.
bounce.
Yeah.
It helps you bounce. No, I hear that.
Otherwise, I'm just there in my head, like, and people think I'm being rude, and people will be like, "You haven't sent me like any ideas," and it's like, it's because I just don't trust what my ideas are. Like, just get on like a Zoom session with me and let me bounce these ideas at least. I don't know.
No, and you know what? I think it's really beautiful actually that you're sharing this, yes, because I think many songwriters we all have our own processes. Do you know what I mean? And I think that, yeah, like Roy's actually just written here and he said you should try going deep. You might be surprised what comes out. You don't have to publish it, but you may discover something new. And I think that that is really important, as well as what I feel like what you're saying, because, you know, you could come out with something that is absolutely mind-blowing, but I get it's almost like you're treading on uncharted territory. So you're kind of like, beware, I don't know if I really want to do this, but I feel like that should be something that you like write down, like I'm gonna do it one time, like even if you just send it to me in a voice note and it's just between me and you, and we'll keep it secret squirrels. I feel like that would be really good. And I also just think it's a beautiful way for us to grow. We're continuously growing. We have to become, you know, is that vodka? Please be careful not to
So much. It is actually gin and it's so strong.
This is why I love you. You're just so unapologetically you, Yasmin Jane. But no, I think it's really important. And I think that lockdown is something that has most definitely taught us, you know, we've really got to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, because it's in that uncomfortability, or whatever the word is, sorry, that we grow. It's like growing pains, but it is a freaky thing. It's scary to face that, but it's so empowering once you have, and then you can come out the other side of it and you're like, boy, I did that, y'all. I did that all on my own. Hey. Literally. So yes, let's talk a little bit about your music. So your most recent song is Blinded, right? We got a few things mixed up on the airwaves, guys, but it's fine. We'll put it back in. But Blinded is your most recent song, right? Which you released a couple weeks ago. Sorry, a couple of weeks ago. And today it's actually just hit, pardon?
I can't even talk. 15th of January.
15th of Jan is when you released it. And it's hit 100k today, right? Views. Yeah, that's amazing. Like literally, well done you. Everyone's just laughing with us. I feel like there's something going on. It's the Leo moon. It's the Leo in you. Yeah, we do. I feel like we need it as well. It's been a bit of a tough week, which I know that, you know, I've spoken to you about it. It's just been a bit all over the shop, isn't it?
What happened Monday? Oh my God. I literally, no, I'm not even joking. I absolutely lost myself and I just didn't even really understand
what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
And wasn't Monday meant to be Blue Monday?
I think, yeah, I didn't even know.
Which is like the longest, bluest, shittiest day of the year, apparently. And I just feel like, yeah, it's rippled. Everyone's feeling it. Everyone's losing the plot. Yeah. No, so it's good to laugh. We need more laughter. We need more of our madness. Yeah. We need more gin.
I've only had half. Maybe I shouldn't drink the whole thing. Yeah. I've not even had half. I've had like 3/4. No. I don't even know why I'm taking this out. It's like some weird thing. It's called a whiskey. It's not ice. It's like a whiskey something. It's like a whiskey ice stone. No, I don't know. Ice something. I don't know.
So you've got whiskey and gin in a drink. Whiskey and gin in a drink. Bless you. So yeah, let's talk about Blinded. So Blinded is your most recent single. Is it available on all music platforms? Everyone can get hold of it. Block of whiskey. That's what someone just said. Oh, it's Mel. Hey, Mel. So So yeah, talk to us a little bit about Blinded. How did that song come about? Where did you write it with other people? Did you write it yourself?
Yeah, I wrote that with Bobby Harvey. And yeah, it was just about kind of like being absolutely lost in love, and sometimes love makes you do crazy things. It goes a bit crazy. And you
I know.
lose yourself.
Completely. And I always said, look, I know we spoke earlier this week, but my best friend's mum always used to say, you've never been a fool till you've been in love. And it's so true. And I think that relates to everybody. I think we've all been there at one stage or another in our life where you kind of look back and just think, what the hell was I doing?
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah.
Never again. So
well, I think it's weird though, isn't it? Because it's like such a beautiful feeling as well. It's like so overwhelming, but then it's so beautiful at the same time. But then you also do feel like you're losing your mind. You're like, why have I gone like this? Like, this is not who I am. But then it's like, there's something beautiful about it as well, because you're so excited, but then you're also a bit like, yeah.
No, 100%. It's like filtering into the unknown again, I suppose, isn't it? And it's just about feeling it. Like I always say, love is the only thing that's real in this world. Like when we get rid of all the materialistic stuff, it's like love is what we need. We always have to start with number one. As Akua Naru says, you know, self-love is the very first romance. And then we can just let that love ooze out onto everybody. And I feel that love, you know, it brings us together. I don't know about you, but I love to love. I love to be in love. I love to love. I love my friends all the time. You know, like I'm just such a loving person. And I think it's something that is priceless. And we just need so much more of it in life, you know, in every capacity possible.
100%. I love that though. I love that quote you said. Yeah, no. I was going to say as well, like, I think it's very important. And I think, like, from when I was, like, younger and stuff, like, I just wasn't, I never, and that's what I mean about Talyard. That's what's really weird about it. I've never kind of been with people that I feel have actually properly understood and got me. And when I went to Talyard, it's like I found my little tribe in a way, and then I just felt understood, and I felt like Lisa, you know, Lisa, you do know Lisa?
I'm not sure.
She was on the
Maybe.
call. Lisa. I don't know.
Maybe.
I have to explain it, Lisa.
Big love to Lisa.
But like Lisa, like you, like just so many people, like, and it just helped me also kind of understand myself more. And I felt really like understood and appreciated, and I think that's something I haven't really felt. I've always kind of felt like people don't really understand me. People think I'm just like this crazy person that's just like jumping around and just all like a bit, yeah. But like you're always just like, you're so, I don't know, you're so warm and so like, you know, like you know, love you being you, and like you make me, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just like, and I think that's very important though, especially in writing, to be able to like, when you feel like surrounded by people that, like, I always like talk about energy like you do, like that have the same energy as you, then you can feel comfortable and you feel kind of accepted and what's the word?
No, I completely hear what you're saying. I get it. I'm feeling the energy. But no, it's really true, because I think, you know, energy never lies. And I know with me, the energy that I put out, like they are my tribe. I know like I can face any one of them. And I don't want to say like it's like facing myself, because we are all so very different, like my close-knit circle. But it's kind of like I can bounce off your energy, and you know how to make me shine even brighter. And I think that's really important. If you want to be successful in anything in life, you have to surround yourself with the right people that are the same kind of minded people that want to help you grow, that believe in you to help you get higher, and so that energy can be reciprocated. So I completely relate to what you're saying. And someone's just put here, your vibes attracts your tribe, and it's so true, you know. I think if you're this big bright shining light and you're around like really negative people a lot of the time, effectively your light is going to start dimming, because you're not near anyone that's nourishing you. So it's beautiful that, you know, you said that you found that at Tileyard, because Tileyard is a beautiful place to be. I met many people there, you know, like especially our Jamie Sells. He was on the show just before Christmas, and he's now my neighbour, and you know what I mean? But it's so beautiful. Yeah, he literally lives like on the opposite side of the park to me. Yeah, so it's like really cool. Like we've met out for a few socially distanced walks, and it's just been nice in a time when it's quite isolating, again, to be around somebody that is like your energy, you know, because it can be really tough. So no, I really do hear what you're saying, and it's really important actually, because I suppose it's like that is like our, it's like our water, it's like our sunshine, it's what we need, you know, to grow and to shine. And I mean, I've seen that in you, because I know that when I met you at Tileyard, I saw this bright, beautiful beaming light, and I saw all the potential you had, but it was almost like your energy was, you were very much in your head. You thought that, you know, and it's like Yaz wasn't ready to just do this, but now it's like you're doing this like 3 million times around the world, and everyone's seeing you, and it's just beautiful to see. I think that is really, really beautiful to see when you've got friends that, you know, we've all been in different places in our lives, but when you start seeing your friends' growth, it's like, yes, like, come on, keep doing it, baby, because it's amazing. And like, how does it feel for you? I know, like, we spoke a little bit about Blinded, but you also had a song out in June called Sirens, right?
Yeah.
And it's nearly racked up like 3 million views, yes? Like, how does that make you feel?
Just mad. It's mad. Like, I can't even. I remember on that songwriting camp though, I remember we wrote it and we were like, this is special. And I remember Simon Field sent me it, and it was like the first demo, and I just had my headphones on, running around, like when I was in London, running around the flat like, what the fuck is this? I'm allowed to swear. Yeah, I'm allowed to swear, right?
Yeah,
I'm not allowed to swear.
No, you are not, darling. Stop it.
I need to just stop. Yeah, no, I just remember I was just so excited about it, and it was just like, it was different, and it was just, and that was annoying though, because I was meant to be in Ibiza with that, and then
Corona happened. But I do believe that everything happens for a reason, and I mean, you know, and I feel like, look at the success that song is getting anyway. And as soon as all this lockdown is lifted, it's like you are going to be able to spread those wings, head out to Ibiza, whatever the hell it is that you want to be. And yeah, definitely just keep that energy flowing.
I just want to travel. It's made me just want to travel so much though.
Lockdown.
Honestly. Yeah, it's just made me just want to just explore the world. And that's the thing as well. Like, I was thinking, like, there are times when I'm like, oh God, like, just stop now. This corona thing is just really annoying. Like, but I feel it has made people. I feel like Mother Earth. Like, I always talk about Mother Earth and everything like that. But I feel like that. I feel Mother Earth's healing.
Yeah.
And also, like, we all, like humans in general, we're all way more kind of accepting of people being like, I'm struggling. And I think that's massive. And I think also there's a lot of like, there's so much growth. And because we've had to kind of go into ourselves, we've had to take a look at, I always say, like, there's nothing more like kind of amazing and more powerful than nature. And I feel like nature is saying like, enough is enough. And we need to just kind of, like everything. There's a thing like that. We had so many, like, the forest fires and stuff like that, and it's like so much stuff was happening that was saying we are pushing like nature too far, and then
I completely hear what you're saying, because I feel like in life we just have cycles. Life is a cycle. Our life is a cycle. We're born, we grow, we get old, we die. You know, it's nature, it's everything. It's this huge circle. And I really feel that, like, with everything that's going on now, don't get me wrong, it has been really tough. And, you know, many people have lost their lives for coronavirus, and it's been really hard hitting. But I feel like the positives to take from it is almost like, I feel like we as a human race have had to go back to the start and reset. you know, come back to our true core, to our feelings, you know, especially living in London. People are so fast paced, and I hate having conversations with people on a surface level. Like, I'm such a deep person, and I don't always have to take it deep, but if I say to you, like, Yaz, are you all right? I don't want the generic, yeah, I'm cool. Like, if you feel shit, let me know you feel shit. Let's see what we can do about it. Or if you feel amazing, tell me you feel amazing. And I think that, you know, it's been beautiful now, even when I'm talking to some of my friends, like, some of my friends are really reaching out to me that I know have struggled with their emotions, and they're literally being like, Kirst, I need to just let you know I'm feeling shit, you know. And I think it's really important to do that, because it just proves that we all need each other, you know. And I think that is the beauty of it. I feel like, as you say, Mother Earth is healing the world, but we also have got to heal as a race, as like a human race, you know. I think there's a lot, and we went through a lot as well, you know, and we are still going through a lot. But, you know, as you said, we had the forest fires, we've had Black Lives Matter and the movement, and there's been so much stuff going on that has really, and where we've had no outlet, there's been no kind of, let's go to a club and dance it off, or let's get peers, forget about it tomorrow. It's actually been like, no, everyone's actually really had to internalize what's going on. And I think that has been really, really powerful. Yeah, it's been super powerful. No, and I do love that. I think we have to, as much as we have to feel the lows, we do have to see the highs and the positives in and I also think as well, that's life. Like, I am a Libra, you know, I'm totally into my star signs, but it's all about balance. You can't have good without bad. You can't have night without day. You can't have, you know, good without evil, whatever. It has to come hand in hand. And I just think that is life. And, you know, it has been awful for a lot of us at a lot of times. And then there's been times where it's been great, you know, spending more time with family or talking to lots more people on the phone. And, you know, like, I would be on the phone to my auntie some days, who's like, she's just amazing. But some days we'd be on the phone or FaceTime for like 5 hours. I would never have got that in, like, you know, pre-corona. And they're really, really quality things and quality time that I will never take for granted again. Like, I was saying to you the other day, I super can't wait until, like, I can be like, yeah, should we go for dinner? Or, you know, do you know what I mean? It's really, and I feel like I'm really going to cherish those few hours when we're sat around a table and we can eat and, you know, share our stories. I think it's, you know, restoring that faith into the things that we used to have before kind of corona hit.
Yeah, and it's weird. Oh my God, I knew that would happen.
I love you.
You know what? I was thinking, it's ridiculous. This is just, okay.
She's there.
I'm moving over here. Okay. This is what I mean.
Wait, can I just wait before we continue? Is that a radiator next to you, Yasmin?
It's
oh, our little lamb. She's cold. She's
honestly, because I moved back to my parents, they just don't have the heating on, so I've just got this heater.
Oh, bless your little cotton socks. And I just want to say, Emma's just said, in regards to what we were saying, it's okay to not be okay, and I cannot emphasize that enough. Like, guys, it is okay not to be okay. And I just think, like you say, when you've got your tribe, when you've got that bubble around you, it's really beautiful. Like, I know I've had quite a tough last few weeks. It's, you know, I lost a beautiful friend of mine last week. My auntie passed, my uncle passed. It's my grandma's anniversary of her passing next week. So this time of year for me is always pretty shit. And I honestly cannot thank the people that have reached out to me and shown that love and, you know, just given that comfort. And it really does mean a lot. So, yeah, I think, you know, especially someone like me that is always quite positive, when I do feel the lows, it means so much when I have people reaching out. And I also just want to say, if there's anybody out there that's listening, or if you ever just need to chat, like, just holler at me or Yaz. We'll always be here to do something stupid or talk or just try and help, you know, because yeah, life is tough. And again, I think a massive thing Corona has taught us is that we all need each other, you know. We all need each other, no matter how strong or how big, bad and ugly you are. You can't get through life on your own. We all need each other, and it's really, really important to say that.
There's a thing I saw recently, and it was saying about Disney, and it was saying, like, before, like, Disney was just writing, like, about toys that were talking and stuff, and everyone was happy about it. And now they have to delve, like, because of Corona, it stripped everything back, and it's saying, like, what is the kind of purpose of life and everything like that. And Disney has had to adapt everything because at the minute there's no distractions, is there? So like everything that we were doing was almost like a distraction from what is the point of it, what is the purpose, what is everything. And like now,
yeah, it's very true.
That's all we can do. We can't. It's weird, like the arts and everything is like an escape, isn't it? It's an escape from reality. And yeah, I just think that's really interesting. I was just like, I've never thought of it. I've never thought like Disney was just putting out talking toys, and now, like, have you seen Soul?
No, but I really want to see it. I've heard it's meant to be
Watch
amazing.
Yeah.
No, I will, because it's Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah, I didn't know
Jamie
that.
Foxx, yeah. No, and I know what you mean. It's kind of everyone is, I keep saying, everyone's leveling up. We can't just be painting this picture of, you know, like I'm stunting in Thailand and I'm doing this because bizarre or not, right now you're at home. So what else are you doing to add value? Or do you know what I mean? It's true. And it's like, we can't just have these, like you say, even with Disney stories, which I know are meant for children, it's like, we can't give them a full sense of reality because they're very much living in this reality, which is like, I don't know, they're at home, they're being homeschooled, mummy might be really upset, mummy might be struggling, and you know, we're juggling a lot. And I think that it's really important for everybody to just level up and, you know, get on this kind of vibe where we are digging deep. I think it's super important, and it's quite beautiful, actually. I think it's beautiful. I feel like we're evolving in a really powerful way.
I feel, but yeah, and I feel it's scary, isn't it? But it's like, I think it's definitely gonna improve like life and improve kind of how we view everything, I guess. And like, that's another thing, isn't it? You're not gonna ever take, like, so many times I'm like, oh, I can't bother to go out, and now it's like, what were you doing?
You okay? Well, I mean, I don't know, because I love staying at home, like, I'm not gonna lie, but I am excited about going out. I'm such a homeboard. Like, I am the person that's like, I have everyone come to me. It's like I'm the hostess with the mostest. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love, just come to me. We'll have a house party. Come to me. I'll do dinner. Like, that's very much me. But I do really want to get out and about. But Emma and I, my best mate Emma, she was on the show last week and we were talking about it. It's like, when is there going to be the point when we, like, I'm excited about getting back to normal and being in clubs and going to festivals, but when is there going to be that point where I'm going to be like, get the, you know, or not be like, get the fuck away from me, like, you could have grown up, don't touch me, no, I'm not dancing with you, you can talk to me from over there, just text me, I'll chat to you on the other side. Do you know what I mean? Like, when are we actually going to be back in a place where I'm not going to feel so anxious being near people?
Don't you think it's weird though how quickly we adapted to this? Do you not think that's weird? When I think about it, I'm like, please don't get used to this new normal. And that was what I noticed on the last lockdown. It was just before everything shut, and I went out with a few of the girls and we went to Bill's. And there was no, like, the one before, in the November one, everyone was out, everyone was partying, everyone was like loving life and everything. This one, there was no one out, and I was like, I actually got really emotional because I was just like, please don't let, like, please can we just not let this be normal? This is not new normal. Like, stop talking about new normal. This is just like a phase that we all just need to kind of adapt, but it's not normal, and it's like the normal is coming because
no, I hear you, and I do know what you mean. I think it's sad. One of the saddest things that I think that I've observed during lockdown is how human beings can be run by fear. I think fear is a killer of many, many things, and I try my very best. You know, I never let fear, what is that? There's a saying, it's like, I can't remember, but basically I try and allow fear to fuel me. If I'm scared of something, that's when I'm like, cool, cursed, keep going, because this is going to be good. You know, if I was scared of a lot of things, and I understand it, and I get it, because this virus is scary, but I feel like a lot of people have been run by fear, and that is what is really sad to see, you know, that some people haven't allowed certain things, like, I don't know, maybe going to see a loved one, where I'm not saying that you should do that. I get it's against the law, but if you've maybe isolated and, you know, you've not been around anybody, then who the hell as a human being says you can't go see your nan? you're not going to go put that person, and I'm not trying to say here don't listen to the rules. I get that this is a serious virus and things can spread,
No,
but
yeah,
I
know,
also, do you know what I mean? But I also think we only get one life. Time waits for nobody, and I could have spent 6 months not seeing, like, my nan and granddad, for example, who are in their 80s and they're not going to be here forever. And then I don't want to live that life of regret, just thinking, you know, I could have spent a few hours with them, or I could have gone and helped them out here and there. I think that's really important as well. Yeah. So I feel like as human beings, we have to find a balance, but we definitely cannot let fear control us. And you're right, this isn't the new normal. You know, when we was talking to Emma last week, she said she works with young children, and the little girl actually said to her, I can't wait till I'm older and I can wear a mask. And I thought, bless her heart, you know, like that in her head is the new normal. You know, whereas we'd be like, I can't wait to wear high heels, or I can't wait to be on my own. In her little 5-year-old mind, she was like, I can't wait to wear a mask. And I just thought, no, like, this has got to stop. Yeah, these are not things we need to look forward to at all. And I'm sure they won't. I honestly feel, my genuine feeling with this whole thing is, I feel like everyone's going to get vaccinated, and I just feel like Corona is going to disappear, and we're going to look back and be like, Corona who? Like, I can't even really remember that. Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, I just feel right now it's very intensified, but I do, whether it takes us a year or 6 months to get out of it, I feel like when we're out, it's got to be done, and that's it, you know?
I think February we'll start seeing more normality, and then being more.
So do I. Literally, yes. Listen, we've nearly been talking for an hour. I feel like I could continue talking.
We even talk about all the questions. Like, more
it's absolutely fine. Listen, we've spoken about you, and that's the most important thing. But the biggest thing I want to ask you is, what do we expect from you from a music stance for the rest of the year? Where can we find you? You know, what do we expect from you? What other magical beauties are you going to be putting on the airwaves?
I can't actually say what, I don't think I can say what it is yet, but but what am I on? I can't talk today, right? Okay.
Okay, so have another gin. Yeah, have another sip of gin and let's continue.
On Friday, I'm talking about my next release. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about it, to be honest. I'm like really excited about it.
Amazing.
I've got a filter as well, so you need to all jump on the filter and tag me, because I'm so excited about it. Like,
amazing. And where can we find it? On Instagram?
Yeah, so it'll be on Instagram. But yeah, my socials are all just Yasmin Jane Music, and give me a follow on Spotify, please. Yeah,
definitely. And where can everyone hear your stuff? Yes, if they've not heard of you before.
What?
Where can they hear your music? Is it across all music platforms?
Yeah.
Yeah? Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Just everywhere, yeah.
I love it. And yes, really quickly before we go, do you have any words of wisdom for anybody out there that is finding it tough, they're trying to achieve their dreams, or, you know, they find it hard to believe in themselves right now because we're not moving? Like, what words of wisdom would you give them?
Just honestly, like, believe in yourself. Like, I know it's like cliche, but if you just really strongly believe in yourself, you can do it. But you also have to work hard. Like, if you want to, for example, you want to like be a singer or something, you do have to put the hours in. You have to get a vocal coach. You have to like properly work hard. The same as like writing songs. Like, you have to do it. You just have to just keep pushing. And I think manifesting is a massive thing. I know like a good few things I've manifested, and I've been like, that's mental. Like, I would never have been in that session if it wasn't for.
I love that.
It's mad. I really do believe in it. Like, I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, what are you on about manifesting? Like, that doesn't even mean anything. Like, it doesn't make sense. And it's like, when you start seeing it work, it's like, okay. But then it's weird, because it's like, it works, and then you're like, you think it doesn't work again, and then you start getting like, oh, it's not working. And it's like, no, it does work. Like, just keep believing and keep. Yeah, and
100%.
Just surround yourself with like people that understand you, and you trust and believe. Like, you know, you just feel
comfortable with and love. No, I agree.
I just want to hug.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And just touching upon you saying manifestation is also like all about the energy you put out. So kind of what we touched upon before. And I remember I did a bit of a life coaching course during lockdown one. And then I had a session with this amazing life coach, actually, Clara Hermit. She was on a few episodes back last year. And one of the things she said to me was, Kirsty, if you want to be this person, you have to get up every day and live your life as that person. Like, you've already made it. Like, you are already this person. You really have to believe that whatever it is you have at your hands, you know, and it's so true. When you put that energy out there, it is magnificent, the energy that you get back. And I think that is, super, super, super advice. And Umi just said, manifestation is so real, I can testify. And it's true, guys. Get out there and start manifesting some magic, because it happens. We live a testimony of it.
But I think that's the thing as well. Like, I think it's natural. I think what's like bad about it is like you feel, oh, you can't have down days, and if you're having down days, that's it. Like, it's not gonna work, and I'm not good enough. But that's not. I don't like if underneath that you're still believing in yourself, and you know you keep like definitely, you know, you keep pushing, and you're like, no, do you know what? I do believe in myself. There's still that little spark in you that's like, nah, I know that it's like a bit shit right now, and I don't feel right, and I don't feel good enough, and I don't feel this, and this isn't going to work, or this isn't the... But if you strongly, there's still that little... And that's the thing, like, I think it's your gut, and I think it's the more you strip away everything and you properly listen to your gut, you do know. And that's it, isn't it? You just have to strongly keep believing in yourself and listening to your kind of inner
voice.
Yeah.
And trusting it, which I think is really key. You know, there's been many a times when I was a lot younger that it's like in my head I knew, nah, don't do this. And I did it, and then it's like, shit, everything went wrong. But I knew that I shouldn't have done it. But then there was that part of me that was just like, let me just try it anyway.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I know.
Whereas it's like now in my life, when I've been through these processes, it's actually like, no, I'm just not feeling it. I don't need a reason. I don't need it. You know, it can be to do with a person or a project. Like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And I don't care what anyone says, I am not doing it. End up. And, you know, usually that always works out for me. So, yeah, I think that is super, super important. And Dino's just said, you put out, what you put out there, you get back. And I think that's so true. You put out bad energy, you're going to get that bad energy back.
Yeah.
And you put out that good energy, you're going to get that good energy back. And it doesn't always mean exactly in that moment. It could take a little while, but that is just how it works. Everything's reciprocated. Everything comes full circle. And I'm such a believer. And that's why I wake up every morning and I'm always thankful. I have to give up my gratitude, even if I'm feeling crap, you know. I'm grateful for the morning, for the sunlight, for the birds that I hear, for my life, for my breath. It's super important to just, again, put out that energy. Energy never lies, guys. Energy never lies.
Doesn't lie.
It doesn't. But Yasmin Jane, the gorgeous Yasmin Jane, you've been absolutely amazing. Thank you for sharing your insight, your wisdoms. I'm sorry that you got hurt during the show. But I'm glad you're still there with your gin. And I'm super excited for your Secret Squirrels announcements on this coming Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday. So
so everybody needs to head over to Yasmin Jane's page on Friday to hear about her new release and her new project. And it's all going to be magical. And Yasmin Jane, I just thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been amazing. You are amazing, baby girl.
You're amazing.
Love you. Well, and let's continue to rise and rise higher, guys. This has been Real Relevant, and right now, I'm Kirsty Spence. Have a wonderful evening, and Yas, we'll speak soon.
Speak soon. Love
Bye,
you.
baby.
Bye.
Bye. Don't fall off the chair.
I don't know.